Hello everyone! A lot of people have asked me about literature and other things that influenced on Kalyskah, so I decided to make this video a little bit different than the usual format that I post. So let's go from the beginning. The first one I would show would be my collection of Annie Rice books. I have read all of these. I haven't really read the ones like Vampyre that comes afterwards, but it all began on Interview with a Vampire, where I think it was the first time that I've read a book where the vampire was a compelling character and were kind of tortured by their choices. And although Kalyskah doesn't have a conscience as strong as Lois has, she's definitely a bit more Lestat. I think the way we handle compassion and consequences are very much aligned with this. Secondly, we have Carmilla from Sheridan Le Fanu. I've read this book when my aunt Wanda, she bought it to me when I was waiting on the hospital. I just had a surgery and I was very much taken by the writing and how simple the story was, but at the same time it happens a lot in the mind of the characters. It's all about how they feel, so that definitely was a really good read. Next we have Dracula from Bram Stoker, of course. This book was written after Carmilla, and it was also written after another book that is inside of this collection that I have called The Vampire Before Dracula, and it was The Vampire from John Polidori. And I think these three books, they really much settle the core of the concept of the classic vampire stories. And this book also has like a massive collection of other tales. Like it has things written by Lord Byron, it has the family of the Vourdalak, the Pale Lady, and a bunch of other things that after I've read it, I've seen how the monstrosity of the vampire affects the lives of everyone around them. And that's also something that resonates a lot with Kalyskah with me, because something we want to bring it again is how Kalyskah, despite being good intended sometimes, she might obsess about people, she doesn't love them, she might destroy everything she touches. You know, the tragedy of the lives of those who are around the vampire is very important in any vampire myth. And this one here talks about how the vampire myth began, from old diseases that were later on interpreted as vampirism, and it also helps us to give us something to keep the story grounded.